The young and the restless spoilers shock. The tension between Adam and Chelsea has always been complex, and now, with the prospect of marriage hanging in the air, it seems that the cracks in their relationship are becoming more visible than ever. While the fans of The Young and the Restless are delighted by the idea of Adam proposing to Chelsea and potentially starting a new chapter together, I can't help but feel that their relationship is on shaky ground. It seems like they've both been carrying a lot of emotional baggage and unresolved issues, and while they may have a connection, the question remains whether they're truly ready to move forward together. Adam's decision to propose to Chelsea, while seemingly heartfelt, feels more like a response to his desire for family stability, especially for the sake of his son, Connor. There's no doubt that Adam wants what's best for Connor. He wants him to have a healthy, happy life, and he believes that a commitment to Chelsea might be part of that equation. However, it's clear that Adam's motivations are not solely driven by love for Chelsea. Instead, they are more about what he believes will create a sense of normalcy and peace for his son, who has been struggling with autism. Adam's wish to create a stable environment for Connor, to see him thriving, is an admirable one, but it raises the question of whether he is truly in love with Chelsea or if he is simply trying to create the ideal family unit that he believes will fix everything. On the other hand, Chelsea, who has endured the pain of multiple failed relationships and the constant emotional turmoil that seems to come with being involved with Adam, is understandably hesitant to accept his proposal. She wants the best for Connor, but she also wants a relationship that is real and lasting. Chelsea fears that if she accepts Adam's proposal, it will ultimately lead to more heartbreak. She's been through so much emotional turmoil in the past, and the thought of going through the pain of another breakup with Adam is something she dreads deeply. It's not that she doesn't love him, she does, but she's tired of the constant uncertainty. She wants a love that is stable and grounded, not one that feels like it might crumble at any moment. Connor, who is usually the quiet observer of his parents' complicated relationship, finds himself caught in the middle of the situation. For the first time, he's genuinely excited about the possibility of his parents getting married. It's a moment of hope for him, a chance for his family to feel whole and complete. When Chelsea turns down Adam's proposal, Connor's anger and disappointment are palpable. He's confused and hurt, unable to understand why his mother would reject Adam, especially when he sees how much his father wants to build a family with them. From his perspective, Chelsea's refusal feels like a rejection of his father and their potential happiness. It's heartbreaking to see Connor struggling with this, but it also reflects the deep emotional turmoil that Chelsea is facing. As for Chelsea, she's conflicted. She wants to be honest with Adam, to lay everything out on the table, but she fears that doing so will hurt him. She's been through so many emotional roller coasters with him, and the idea of getting engaged, only to face the possibility of another painful breakup, fills her with dread. Chelsea loves Adam, but she's not sure if their relationship can withstand the weight of their past mistakes and the emotional baggage they've accumulated over the years. She wants to be sure that if she says yes, it's because they both genuinely want to build a future together, not because they feel obligated or pressured by external factors like Connor's well-being. This is a pivotal moment for both Chelsea and Adam. They're at a crossroads, unsure of whether they can truly commit to each other in the long term. Chelsea wants stability and love, but she's afraid that the fairy tale ending may not be possible with Adam. On the other hand, Adam is desperate to create the kind of family that he believes will make Connor happy, but he may be overlooking the fact that a healthy relationship requires more than just good intentions. It requires trust, understanding, and mutual love. Without those foundational elements, even the best of intentions won't be enough to hold things together. The question remains, will Adam and Chelsea be able to overcome their past mistakes and find a way to build a future together? Or will their insecurities and fears tear them apart once again? The coming weeks in The Young and the Restless will undoubtedly reveal whether they can navigate these complex emotions and create a love that will last, or if they will ultimately go their separate ways, leaving Connor to navigate the fallout of yet another broken family. As much as fans may root for Adam and Chelsea to have their happy ending, it's clear that their journey is far from over. They both have a lot of soul-searching to do, and whether or not they can find a way to move forward as a couple remains uncertain. The pain, the hesitation, and the fear of another failed relationship loom large, and only time will tell if they can truly overcome these obstacles and build something lasting and meaningful together. In the world of the young and the restless, the complexities of family, loyalty, and identity are constantly challenged, and this latest turn in the relationship between Adam, Chelsea, and Connor is nothing short of heartbreaking and transformative. What starts as a simple conversation about a child's paternity quickly unravels into a moment of deep emotional vulnerability and self-realization for both Adam and Chelsea. Their journey toward reconciling their relationship and accepting their roles in Connor's life is a pivotal point in the storyline, one that holds far-reaching consequences for their future and, ultimately, for the future of their fractured family. Chelsea's decision to confront Adam with the DNA test results is a pivotal moment in their relationship, a moment that changes the course of their lives. The weight of her words is heavy, and her tone reveals a deep sadness, one that she has carried with her for far too long. "Connor is not your son," she says, placing the DNA test results in Adam's hands, her eyes filled with both sorrow and fear. She goes on to explain that she doesn't want Adam to feel obligated to take responsibility for Connor, despite the bond they have shared. It's a brutal truth that Chelsea feels is necessary for Adam to hear. Connor's paternity was a lie, one that has weighed on their relationship for far too long. Adam, ever the enigmatic figure in Genoa City, is faced with a truth he has already known, but one that is being laid bare before him in a way he can no longer ignore. He has always suspected that Connor was not his biological son, but hearing the confirmation, especially from Chelsea, the woman he has shared his life with, is still a blow. Adam takes a moment, looking at the DNA test results, and then, as if to guard against the raw emotions bubbling within him, he responds with a surprising level of calmness. "I knew," he admits softly, his voice betraying no hint of shock, though his eyes reveal the pain that still lingers. "I've known for a while. But I've been pretending. Pretending that it didn't matter." Chelsea's heart aches as she watches Adam's response, his words striking her like a physical blow. She's heard him speak about his love for Connor before, but in this moment, it feels as though the air has shifted, everything they've built together seems to hang in the balance. Adam, in his usual stoic manner, has resigned himself to the fact that the child he has raised as his own was never truly his by blood, and yet, his actions tell a different story. He is still Connor's father in every way that matters. He's been there for the boy through thick and thin, provided for him, and loved him unconditionally. But the weight of this lie, of this truth that was hidden for so long, has been a heavy burden on both of them. The tension between them crackles in the air, but then Adam says something that catches Chelsea off guard. "But right now," he continues, his eyes locking with hers, "the fact that he's not my biological son doesn't matter. What matters is that he is my son, in every sense of the word. He needs us, and I'll be there for him. I'll be there for both of you, Chelsea." There's a pause as Chelsea processes his words, the enormity of what he is saying sinking in. Adam has always been a man who masks his true feelings with a cool exterior, but in this moment, there is no hiding the depth of his commitment. His love for Connor and his willingness to continue raising him as his own speaks volumes, and for the first time in a long while, Chelsea sees a man who has not only come to terms with the reality of his situation but is also ready to embrace the responsibility of being a father. She knows, in her heart, that Adam's decision to accept Connor as his son, despite the lies, despite the betrayal, is a true testament to the kind of man he has become. It's no longer about biological ties, it's about the love and care they have both invested in Connor's well-being. Chelsea has always feared that Adam would use Connor's paternity as an excuse to pull away, to distance himself from them both. But here, in this moment, she sees Adam not as the man who once ran from his responsibilities, but as someone who has chosen to take them on willingly, without hesitation. It is, perhaps, the most profound moment of growth for Adam that Chelsea has ever witnessed. But it's also a moment of reckoning for her. Chelsea has been carrying the weight of this lie for so long, and in some ways, she has been afraid to face the consequences. The fear of losing Adam, of seeing him walk away from her and Connor, has haunted her for years. She had always known that their relationship was built on shaky foundations, but she had never wanted to admit it. Now, with Adam's words hanging in the air, Chelsea feels a sense of relief wash over her. But there's still something she must say, something that has been eating away at her. Adam, she says softly, her voice trembling with emotion, I don't know if I can say yes to your proposal. I don't know if I can risk loving someone again, only to have it all fall apart. Adam's face softens, and for the first time in a long while, he reaches out to her, taking her hand in his. Chelsea, you're not alone in this. We've been through so much together. I know things haven't been perfect, and I know I've made mistakes, but I promise you this, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here, and I'll be here for you and for Connor, no matter what. It's a promise that means more to Chelsea than words can express. It's not about the wedding ring, the proposal, or the idea of marriage, it's about the sincerity behind Adam's words. He's showing up for her and Connor in a way that feels real, not because he feels obligated, but because he truly wants to be there. And in that moment, Chelsea realizes that she is ready to take the next step, she's ready to embrace the love they've built, flaws and all. The fear of failure, of heartbreak, still lingers, but she's willing to take a chance on love again, on their love. As the weight of their shared history and the future they're building together hangs in the air, Chelsea takes a deep breath and looks into Adam's eyes. Yes, she whispers, her voice filled with both relief and uncertainty. Yes, I'll marry you. In that moment, Adam smiles, a genuine smile that reflects the hope he has for their future. They may not have all the answers, and their past may be riddled with mistakes, but they have each other, and that's enough for now. The road ahead won't be easy, and there will undoubtedly be challenges. But for the first time in a long time, Chelsea and Adam are facing those challenges together, not as individuals or as two people caught in the chaos of their past, but as a family. And in that, they find the strength to move forward. For Connor, it's a new beginning, a chance to have both of his parents truly committed to him and to their family. For Adam and Chelsea, it's the chance to heal, to forgive, and to rebuild their relationship on a foundation of honesty, love, and mutual respect. This is a turning point in their journey, one that, though uncertain, holds the potential for growth and redemption. And as the story of Adam, Chelsea, and Connor unfolds, viewers will be left wondering, can love truly conquer all, even in the face of past betrayals and painful truths? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure, this family is finally on the path to healing, one step at a time.